Okay, let's get started. Hi there, everybody. Um, Today, I'm going to do another midweek food prep. Every time every week I do a food prep. So I thought I would start making videos on that. Have a special midweek category. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to call it, but it's basically what I do during the middle of the week to prepare for the rest of my week. And again, for those of you who is new to my channel and just joining in, you will see me, looking around back and forth and all over. That's because I have a lot of cats. As you can see in the background, Molly is sleeping, and this is her kitchen. This is Molly's kitchen, or at least she thinks it is. And Bogie was there, but he just moved. So let's get started. I wanted to show you some of the things that I do that's different from last week. I don't want to keep repeating the same things if I can help it. So, although I may do the same things, I will not be videotaping it. Now, this is something different now than last week. What I do is I just made a fresh batch of whipped cream. All that is heavy cream in a, can you see this? In a mixer. You just whip it. And I add sugar to taste and a little bit of vanilla, and that's it. And there you have it, fresh whipped cream, preservative free and as good for you as can be. Whipped cream has a lot of fat and calories, but that is not my concern. I'm not too worried about these things. I am more worried about pesticides, preservatives, food coloring, and things that's overly processed. I'm not that fond of things that contain nitrates and all the other stuff that I can't even pronounce. So that is, basically my lifestyle. I try to avoid these things. And again, for those of you who's new, this is my best friend, my water bottle. I like to spritz the cat with this if they don't behave or if they're in the way, because they don't like it and it's harmless. It doesn't do them any harm. They just don't like it. Okay, as I was saying, I've made the whipped cream and I want to put that in a container. Hold on. You know what? I usually have a special container for this. I'll just put this in the refrigerator because it's cream, fresh cream. I don't want it to spoil. So that was done. And before I made that, I also did made some macaronis. Remember last time I made potatoes and I divided 3 ways? Well, I do the same with, I don't know, too many cats being overactive. They're fighting over that spot. That seems to be their favorite spot. Molly's not budging. This is her kitchen. That's her spot. The only time she gives up her spot is when Bogie takes over. He's too busy running around today. I hate to say it, but sometimes when they use the cat litter, the cats get very excited afterwards and they start running around. So maybe that's where he was. Anyway, let's get back to the cooking. I made a big batch of macaronis. I usually make the whole box. Bogie, behave. You want to get off the counter, please? Bogie? Come on. Thank you. Okay, I make the whole box. And then I divide it. And since it's summertime, or spring, summer, barbecue season, I like to have salads on hand. Last week I had potato salad. This week I'm going to make macaroni salad. I like to rotate so we don't feel like we're eating the same food over and over. So a part of this macaroni is going to go into potato salad, and the other half is going to, well, the other third is going to go into macaroni and cheese. And if I have any leftover after that, it's going to be made into, put into casseroles. You know, like, what I like to do is, with my macaroni casserole is, if you have corned beef, you can use canned corned beef too. I just happen to buy the whole corned beef and, you know, make it and splice it. You know me. But, yeah, mix the corned beef with the macaronis and onions and green peppers. I love onions and green peppers. And I'm trying to think, whatever seasons you like. You can make it sort of Asian. I can put soy sauce if you want. Or you can just omit that and use salt and pepper. And Worcestershire sauce. Just experiment. It's good, fast and tasty. Oh, I also put cabbage. So, yes. I might just do that. You know, as I'm going along, I'm thinking of these ideas. Since I don't have my week's menu all made up, I just have just a vague idea. And I have to work on that. You know, it really saves time if you have your menus all made up. So, not only time, it saves money too. It's good on your budget. You can pre-plan your grocery accordingly. So, I gotta work on that. That's something. I used to do that when I was younger. I don't really know what happened. But anyway, so that's what the macaronis are gonna go into. And of course, you already saw me do eggs already. But I always, you know, the eggs that I boiled, they were gone by the weekend. I made just make things with it. But with this batch, I'm going to put it in macaroni salad. And I'm also going to save some for deviled eggs. That's a good weekend snacks, appetizer. Some days, you know, I like to just snack rather than have a full meal. So, especially after you garden and work hard, you just don't feel like cooking. But yes. What else do I do? Oh, this morning I picked some, it's in the afternoon now, if you're wondering. I picked some, and a sunny afternoon for a change. The weather's really nice. I think it's probably in the, you know, like 70s, maybe 68, 69. But yeah, I want to show you. I picked the whole bag. I have some frozen already. What I do is I freeze them. I should have got one with the leaves. I want to show you. I had to, and I just chopped them off. I don't know why. I knew I was going to make a video. I should have kept them on. But It's a huge leaf, and the leaves are poisonous, so you want to cut them off. I think when I do my garden video next, I will make sure and pull one out. If it was just right here, I can run out, but it's in the backyard, so it's going to take a while, and you know, I'm not going to do that right now. But next time I make a gardening video, I will make sure make a note of it and to show you guys what it really looks like. It's a huge leaf, and they claim it's poisonous. Whether you die instantly or not, I don't think. You just get very, very sick. But if you eat enough of it, they claim you do die. You can die. So do not eat the leaves, please. So, and there's different kinds of rhubarb. There's some really, really red ones. I think it depends on the variety. I'm just fortunate enough to have it's an old variety, but it's a mixture. They do get pretty red for an old variety. So, yeah, it came with the house. And now it's a big, huge pile. They do grow fast, and they do multiply. All you have to do when they get old is just split it in half with a shovel, and you just divide it or give it away to your friends, which I have done. But yes, and the seed stalks, I leave some on towards the end of the season, but in the spring, you should really cut them off because it takes away from the growth of the new young ones. It prolongs the harvest season because it's feeding the skinny stalks. But once it turns to seed, it saves all the energy into making seeds and flowers. So you don't want that in the spring. Maybe in the fall, if you want to, you could let it go. It doesn't matter. And you can grow them from the seed. It's just that it's much easier to just take cuttings, divide the roots. So I just want to show you the difference in colors. And this is actually all from one plant. So I'm not quite sure why I have some green and some red. I know the young ones are usually all red in my rhubarb plant. I'm sure it's different with different varieties. But yes. And this is the size. They come in size from, this is a big stalk. From this is the skinny ones. Now let me show you. There's a medium one. I prefer this size, the medium size. A lot of people say small baby ones are always better. In my case, I don't see that much difference in rhubarb, and it's too much energy cutting a small one. And since they melt, since when you cook them, it just turns mush. So I would, this holds its shape. It's good. Now I use them when they're this big too, especially in the springtime. Can you see this? Yes. You know what? I didn't even turn this back light on. I hope this is not going to be too dark. But since this is in the afternoon, I think it'll be just fine. But as I was saying, my mind just went blank. Oh, yeah. As long as it's in the springtime and you pick them fresh, even though it's big, it's tasty. You will know when not to harvest when you find the center. See, it's filled. When you find the center hollow or like a sign of drying out, you can see it. So that you don't want to use. I mean, you can use it, but Who wants to eat go through the trouble making rhubarb pie or something and have it inedible? Woody. That's what happens. It turns to like woody type of texture. Yes, so you want to use it about this size. Yeah, this is a nice size. And what I do, and they are so simple to grow. Like I said, I inherited this when I bought this house, but it really doesn't require much effort at all. Just give it a good dressing of compost once in a while, and that's it. And to freeze them, you don't have to do any special preparation. And that's why I love rhubarb. Easy to grow and easy to freeze, easy to use, and very versatile. You can use it for dessert, which most people think of when they think of rhubarb, even though it is a vegetable. I would say it's a vegetable, but it's mainly used as a dessert, combined with strawberries or raspberry. In my case, mostly raspberry because I have a raspberry patch. But yes, all I did was I washed it, and I like to use a spin to spin it. You know, I have the old-fashioned spinner. I like to hang on to things while you spin it, and that's it. Then you freeze them. No blanching, no pre-cooking, no syrup needed to be added. But I should say, rhubarb is very tart. Like cranberries are tart. Rhubarb is tart and what is the word I'm looking for? Astringent. So you have to have sugar. Unfortunately, it's almost a must. And you can use rhubarb for to make savory dishes too. It's not just for dessert. So it's very versatile, and that's why I like rhubarb. It's probably good for you too. I never really bothered to look up the nutrition value. I'm not saying that right, but you know what I'm talking about. I should one day. So that's that. That's about all I have to share. It's going to be a short video. And of course my lemon tea. I have to always end with a lemon tea. Because that's me. That's what I do. I usually cut the whole thing, so I always have cut lemon on hand. I see Bogie's back here. For those of you who's coming back to my channel, who's been here, you know Bogie. He's always here. And because that's Molly. And the bunny's there, chilling. He's getting to be old. All he wants to do is just lay around, eat, and just chill with the cats. He started to hang out with the cats more often. So, and Gizzy and Lily's up there. I think, and one of the other cat is at the screen door because it's nice and sunny today. So I have the door open so they can see outside. And I think I will close this video because I have covered everything I wanted to cover. So until the next time I do my food prep again, this is Mrs. Furry, Mrs. Homemaker, Mrs. Homemaker's channel. And I will see you next time. So peace and Yes, we do need peace. I just wanted to mention, um, this is June, we're in June 2019, and there was another shooting at the um, courthouse. I can't remember what it was. Was it Virginia Beach? I forget, but there was another shooting. So, yes, I do wish peace to the world, not just for this country. And for all the viewers, please find your own peace and God bless. Till I see you next time. Have a good day. Bye bye.